to the session 8 of our training recon or so-called information gathering. Today in this session we are going to study about IoT based search engines like Shodan, Census Pro, Zoom I and Grey Noise. Every device which is capable of communicating is considered as an IoT device. Every device which is capable of connecting with the internet and has the capability to communicate with other devices that can be considered as an IoT device, which are quite spread anywhere, including your laptop to a sensor which is able to communicate or connect on the internet is considered as IoT device, that is Internet of Things device. Our first search engine as of today is Shodan. Shodan is a search engine similar to as that of Google, but while Google searches for websites, Shodan searches for devices that are connected to the internet. Users can perform a search using the Shodan search engine based on an IP address, device name, city, their geological location, their service, their operating system, and other technical categories. Shodan works by requesting connections to every imaginable internet protocol or IP address on the internet and indexing the information that it gets back from those connection requests. Shodan crawls the web for devices using a global network of computers and servers that are running for 24/7 into 365, which means Shodan's sensors are crawling for certain devices which are capable of communicating on the internet for different sort of data depending upon different kind of techniques. For using Shodan, the best thing is log into shodan.io. There, the only thing required is you need to log in with your account, or you can sign up with your account over Shodan. Without signing in or without logging in, you cannot use Shodan queries. Let's try to log in over here, and I will be using my own account of Google so that I can directly and easily communicate with Shodan and I could use all those searches. Now, depending upon different sort of searches, I could directly use Shodan for performing each and every type of search over here. So the very first search is a server based search. So I could go for server which is of Apache having version 2.2.3. So server is a keyword and Apache is the version, and I am getting 13,65,512 results over here. Now all these information depicts certain sort of information. Now, when you are using a free account of Shodan, we are restricted and limited to only 20 queries in 24 hours and 2 pages of result. Let's try to open this IP address and it will give me all the information which it is required. It says on this specific IP address there are 6 ports open, that is 22, 3072, 4369, 6001, 8080 and 9100. If we will scroll down, you will get the information about all these ports. Not only the information about all these ports, but the CVEs or the vulnerabilities or the exploits to which these ports are vulnerable to. So likewise, you can search for more information on Shodan. Next is you can just go with the host name keyword, and you can actually go for certain host name over here. Let's go for megacorp1.com and hit the enter, and you will be able to see there are total of 8 results about the specific target you want to search over Shodan. Same way, you can go for certain operating system. Let's say OS colon, and you can just directly enter what kind of operating system you want to search. Let's say I want to go for Windows 7 on the internet. So you will be having all this information about the Windows 7, that is there are 35,375 results over the internet, and all of these are Windows 7. You can actually go for Windows 10 too. If you want to search for Windows 10, just type Windows 10 instead of Windows 7, and there are 25,703 results right now at this specific time moment, that there are 25,700 Windows 10 up online which are directly connected to the ISP, or which are pingable from your system to another system. You can actually go for certain specific port. Let's go for Pro FTPD over port 21. That is the service which is running over port 21. You will be able to see all this kind of information. That is, there are 8,56,531 results are quite open. You just need to go through all these kind of services and the searches over the information. Even I can search for certain city, that is Mumbai, and I will be able to check out all those devices which are quite present in Mumbai, and there are 3002 devices. Apart from this thing, let's search for just the city Mumbai, all the devices which are pingable from my system and are present in Mumbai. So it says there are 22 lakh 32,183 devices are present in Mumbai right now. Now, I can also go for certain telnet searches, or again certain other information. Let's go for this specific sort of information which says that is an RDP's information, that is remote desktop protocols information, and I will be able, if the authentication is not disabled, I will be able to grab the access of certain RDP, that is remote desktop protocol. I just need to connect to all those information. So that's a banner. So Shodan basically works upon the banner grabbing, and it will be generating all the devices which is present on the internet on the basis of certain banner. I can also go for certain searches like for anonymous FTP login, that is 220 230, and within that I can go for login successful. And with that login successful, I just need to specify a port number, that is port colon 21, which means it will give me all the devices which have the FTP server with an anonymous login. So let's say I do have this specific server from Taiwan. Let's copy the IP address. Let's open the terminal. That is, either you could use a Windows terminal or a Linux terminal. You just need to type FTP and an IP address. Okay, FTP command is not found. So let me use my Kali Linux for connecting with the specific FTP server. So likewise, I could connect to any of those FTP which is present on the internet having an anonymous login, and I will be able to gain the access of those FTP servers which are present on the internet having an anonymous login in itself. Meanwhile, my system is starting, so let's try to check out for more information on Shodan. Let's say there could be certain port about port 445 whose authentication is disabled and they are using Windows 7 in country India. So I am going for SMB services. So there are so many devices of SMB services, and the best part about these devices is I could gain the access of these SMB services. So I just need to gain the access of certain servers with the help of connect to a server system. I will be just going for SMB colon double slash and paste the IP address and click on connect. Depending upon your internet speed and the availability of the system or the security deployed over the system, I will be able to gain the access. It says there's a problem in connecting to the server. Let's try to connect with another server. Let's go for this, which is in Surat city of India. Let's change the IP address rather than the previous one. Let's go for a new IP address. It says again there is a problem. So let's go on and try to connect with different IP addresses. So here is one more try, and let's see. Yes. So let's register and get their access as a guest user, and let's click on connect. So I don't want to send my credential information. So I can gain the access of their drives itself. Their drives as in their data is now my data. I can check out their whole information. I could gain the access of each and every information which is quite present on their system with the help of this SMB services. Now let's try to gain the access of the FTP server, and let me check whether I do have the FTP installed in my Kali Linux or not. So same way